What's up guys, Knife Fanatic here. Hope all of y'all are having an amazing day. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and like this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. Today we're going to be checking out a new knife company, at least for me, and this is the FINTIso company. And I do want to mention real quick that they did reach out to me and offer me this knife in exchange for a video on it. This is a knife that's going to be a part of their Apollo series. And I'll leave a link down in the description below to their knives so you can go check them out. We have a really nice magnetic clasp box here, and I really like the texture on these types of boxes. It's kind of like a rubbery matte texture. Open it up, and we have a user manual there. Endless exploration, endless sharp. We have a nice carrying pouch here with a zipper. Got some extra hardware there. Nice little sticker. Microfiber cleaning cloth with their logo as well. And the knife. So again, this is their Apollo series, and we have some blue aluminum scales here. And I do believe that they have different versions of this knife. I think there's like a couple different colors of aluminum and some different G10 colors of G10. And there's also, I believe, a black and red Damascus version. Now, this knife is coming in at around $52.99, I believe, last time I checked on Amazon, which is on sale right now. The original price is, I believe, around $59.99. And let's go ahead and open her up. We do have a flipper tab there with some jimping and a hole cut out in the blade there. Okay. I really like this kind of like a drop point, I guess you could say, blade. Now we do have some type of coating on the blade. I'm not exactly too sure, but I really like the color of the coating there. It's kind of like a gunmetal gray almost. I'm not sure if it's a PVD coating. We do have a blade steel of, let's see, 14C 28N, I believe. Yeah, so it's right there, 14C 28N. And it's kind of hidden when you open up the blade there. You kind of have to close it just a little bit, and then it's exposed right there, and then FINTIso right there. So that's kind of, I guess some people will like that, some won't, but it kind of makes the knife a little bit more clean looking, if you will. We do have the FINTIso brand logo right there on the pivot. We have a nice fuller running down the blade there with a kind of like a medium grind there, medium flat grind. There's some oil on the blade. We do have some jimping there on the spine. This is running on ball bearings. And so the listing on Amazon stated that the HRC for the 14C 28N is up to 62 HRC. It doesn't give a specific range of HRC. It just says 14C 28N steel with a hardness of up to 62 HRC. So I'm not too sure how I feel about that, to be honest. Yeah, let's go ahead and keep looking over this knife. We do have a sharpening choil and a pretty nice plunge line as well, so you have a lot of blade to sharpen. Now you can choke up in that forward choil area, but you can't get a whole, I mean, I guess, yeah, you can, but it's cutting it pretty close there. Choked back, ergonomics feel pretty good. I do feel the pocket clip just a little bit, but it's not too bad. Definitely felt worse. We have open construction with internal milling on both sides there. Kind of a deepish carry pocket clip. We have good retention there. We have inset screws and an inset pocket clip. It starts to kind of bow out there towards the back a little bit. Now these are contoured aluminum scales, so they feel pretty nice. We do have a lanyard pin back here. And let's see, let's check hardware real quick. So we have a T8 pivot and yep, T6 for the pocket clip screws there. Lockup is probably around, I'd say 20% there. Again, we do have a flipper tab there with some jimping on it and a hole cut out. The detent feels pretty good. The action is smooth. Let's check centering real quick. So it looks like it might be a hair off to the left there a little bit. It might just be me, but it looks pretty good. Let's check blade play. So solid lockup, no play side to side or up and down there. Let's go ahead and check the weight on this guy. These aluminum scales and the steel liners, let's see. Yeah, steel liners. This does feel like a pretty hefty knife. I'm gonna probably say it's maybe like 4.1 ounces, 4.2 ounces, okay. So a pretty hefty knife. We do have a blade length, let's see here, of, it said, what was it, 3.3 inch blade. With an overall length of just under 8 inches. I'd say about 7.9, 7.8 inches. The reverse flick is good. Let's see if we can get some, yeah, you can thumb flick it as well. Thumb flick is nice. Yeah, both the flipper tab and the hole cutout work well. Let's see if we can get some reverse flicks off the fuller. Yep, you can flick off that fuller as well. Now, what I've noticed from the knives that I've seen from this brand so far, at least, is that this is kind of a budget company of knives. Most of their knives, I believe, range from around 50 to in between 50 and like maybe $75, I believe. But I do wish that they would specify the range of the HRC for the 14C28N. I think that's kind of misleading a little bit, and I mean, who knows what the HRC really is on this 14C28N. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but for some it might be. So I think that's something that they should probably work on. Let's see here. So, there does seem to be, let's see. So I think, before we get to that real quick, the access to the liner lock there is pretty good. Nice chamfered chamfered liner lock there with some good access. We got some nice contouring there as well, and there's no really hard edges on this knife. Everything is nice and contoured or chamfered. The ergonomics feel good. Ah, okay. Well, that's what happens if you aggressively choke up into that finger choil there. Let me go ahead and put a Band-Aid on. All right, back in action. So yeah, you really want to be mindful of how small this choil area is, because you're going to be pretty close to the heel of the blade there. But what I wanted to look at earlier was there's a little nick here in the blade. And I believe it's hitting that. Wow, my stomach just growled immensely loud. So I believe the blade there is actually hitting that pin, that standoff right there. Let's see. Yeah, that the blade is actually resting, it's touching that standoff right there. And it's denting the edge right there. So I don't know if this is a lemon, you know, if this is for all their knives for this series, the Apollo series. Maybe it just got past QC somehow, I'm not sure, but that's definitely a problem, at least for me. Because if it closes and it's hitting that standoff there all the time, it's gonna ruin the edge. We do have an average blade thickness there. It's pretty standard. It's not too thick or thin, but yeah, I'm probably gonna have to reach out back to them and see what's going on with this, but I'm I'm pretty surprised that they sent this to me and didn't really QC it or anything, but yeah. So yeah, the action, I mean, everything else about this is good. The action is good. The detent is good. But Fintiso, if you're watching this, you might want to look into this. There's that little nick right there. Yeah, guys, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, again, like, comment, subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. And hopefully we could see more of this company and see some improvements on this knife. But until next time, Knife Fanatic out. Peace.